Pat, are we ready? Thank you. Calling to order the special meeting of the President and Board of Trustees on Tuesday, June 20th at 7 p.m. to honor our nation's heroes and to honor the men and women in uniform who serve our community. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Fitzgerald, may we have a roll call, please?
Yes, Madam President. Trustee Hansen?
Here.
Trustee Timick?
Here.
Trustee Allen?
Here.
Trustee Rudolph?
Here.
Trustee Sifferman?
Here.
Trustee Tyrrell?
Here.
Can we let the record reflect that Trustee Timick is available by electronic means? He is out of the country, business work engagement, and so he's participating electronically.
Thank you. Having read the agenda, does any trustee have any additions or deletions to tonight's agenda? Okay. Moving forward to the citizen comment portion of our meeting, there are no citizens here to comment, so we will move on to the purpose of this special meeting this evening. There are two purposes. The first is to announce the retirement of our village manager, Pat Higgins. Pat has previously notified staff and the Board of Trustees of his intentions, but tonight we publicly announce that Pat intends to retire as of August 18th.
I have a short statement, Madam President, if that's okay.
That's fine, thank you.
As President Gallagher said, I'd like to announce publicly tonight what I've previously told the President and Board of Trustees and the village staff, and that is my intention to retire on August 18th after 40 years of public service, all of it here in the village of Western Springs. When I came here in the summer of 1977 for what I thought was a short full-time internship to complete one of the final requirements for my master's degree in public affairs, I thought it was going to be a short engagement. I had no clue at the time that this community and this organization would turn into my life's work. Nevertheless, the entire experience has been outstanding. This community and this organization have granted me a unique and rewarding opportunity to contribute to my chosen profession in city management. I leave the organization in good hands. We have developed an outstanding staff, most of which aren't here tonight, but they know what I think of them. And the new village board, it promises to be every bit as talented and as public-spirited as all of their predecessors. My wife Karen and I intend to remain in Western Springs and contribute to its well-being in other ways. I'd like to thank everyone who's helped me along the way, and that's all, Madam President.
Thank you, Manager Higgins. We're very sad to see you go, and you have very large shoes to fill, and the 40 years, 17 as village manager, 17 plus, you will be the longest serving village manager when you retire.
I will be the longest serving village manager and the longest serving deputy village manager prior to that. So.
And as impressive as that longevity is, it's really what you have done in office that is truly remarkable. And we are going to miss you. All the accomplishments, the accolades, and awards that you've received over the years speak to just what a devoted public servant you have been, and Western Springs is the better for it. So thank you so much for your service. So that brings me to the second reason for us to be here tonight, and that is the discussion of the hiring process for a new village manager. It is the task of this board to hire a new manager to replace Pat to the extent that that anyone can. And so after our first full board meeting on June 12th, this new board met in executive session to discuss our options going forward. And we identified two options. One was to conduct a national search or to hire within. We determined that a national search would be potentially expensive, $20,000 or more dollars, but more importantly, it would be lengthy. It would probably run 6 to 9 months before we finally settle on someone, and that's the better part of a year. We could hire someone as an interim while we look, but there are problems with that too. All progress stops. All potential advancement would cease while we look for a candidate, which is all well and good if we didn't have a qualified candidate within our ranks already, and we do. So Deputy Village Manager has expressed an interest in taking on the role of Village Manager. Deputy Village Manager Ingrid Belkman has expressed an interest in taking on the role of Village Manager, and that would be a smooth transition, would not be disruptive or a distraction to staff, and we could hit the ground running. So at that same meeting on June 12th, we interviewed Ingrid, and her experience in Western Springs is also long and impressive. She was hired as an intern while finishing her degree in 1987, and then hired on immediately as assistant to the village manager and served in that capacity until 1991, where she moved on to other roles in city management and fields related to city management. We then hired her back in 2000, and she has been the Director of Administrative Services since that time. As the Director of Administrative Services, she oversees personnel and labor relations, which account for 40% of our budget. She continues to focus on streamlining administration and management functions to provide quality services to the board and to our residents, more importantly, at best costs. She has secured $47,000 in donations for village green improvements and $18,000 in grants for village board broadcast equipment. She was a key member of the Lyons Township, the LTAC team, which is the Consolidated 911 facility that we have successfully done. There was a seamless transition back in May to that, and a lot of the hard work of Ingrid is responsible for that seamless transition. In addition, she's well-versed in the village's risk management program. But since 2011, Ingrid has also been the deputy village manager. Because of that, she has learned from the best, and her long history in Western Springs, coupled with her experience and her knowledge of Western Springs, will allow us to hit the ground running. We'll have a seamless transition, and we can continue with the work of identifying long-term goals and strategizing without having to hit the pause button for the better part of a year. She is respectful and responsive to trustees and to residents. She knows the village well with its unique strengths and challenges. She has a deep understanding of major projects that we hope to undertake in the near future. And it was Ingrid who suggested that we engage in strategic planning in order to organize our short-term and long-term goals as we go forward. During the interview, she impressed the board with her depth of knowledge, experience, talent, composure, leadership qualities, and ideas to improve communications and implement initiatives going forward. So because of these reasons, we hope to offer Ingrid a contract for village manager, and we hope she will accept. I have nothing further. Does anyone else have anything? Okay. So at the close, now I would entertain a motion to recess to executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employee or legal counsel.
And pending litigation.
And pending litigation.
We have a lawsuit to talk about.
Thank you, Mike.
I will second that motion.
Well, I need a motion.
Oh, I'm
You can
sorry.
adopt that.
Okay, I will adopt the motion that President Gallagher just referred to recess to executive session for the purpose of discussing the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employee or legal counsel and pending litigation.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Oh, thank you.
President Gallagher?
Aye.
Trustee Hansen?
Aye.
Trustee Timick?
Aye.
Trustee Allen?
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph?
Aye.
Trustee Sifferman?
Aye.
Trustee Tyrrell?
Aye.
Thank you. So we will now move to executive session. When we reconvene in open session, the only motion on the board will, before the board will be a motion to adjourn. We will entertain no other motions and discuss no other issues. Thank you.
I've got a couple questions. Is it okay by us now, or trying?
Sure,
Okay,
sure. Would you like to use the microphone?
if you want me to, that's fine.
Well, it's for the television, televised. Your name,
David
please.
at the Doings, at the newspaper. And Mr. Patrick, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, why now? What made it now? Is,
Well, I do want to emphasize it had nothing to do with this new board, okay? Because it does happen. I mean, I announced to President Rodiger 3 years ago at a lunch, very quietly, and I said, I'm giving you my 1,000-day notice. So could that answer your question? And I pretty much stuck to it. And there's some other things that are coming up in my life, and the timing, this works really well going into the fall with some of the other endeavors I'm involved in.
you said you live in town, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Can I ask how old you are?
I am 65.
You're 60, okay. Well, I guess is a question for Alice Wood. Were there any other sort of candidates who were interviewed?
No.
No.
We would have gone that route if we felt that there wasn't a qualified candidate within our ranks.
And when would, and as far as now, Ingrid's role will be now to kind of transition in, or what is her role now?
I don't, we keep talking about that. I'm not sure. I'm more than willing to, I mean, there's plenty of stuff for me to finish up here. We can go to the 18th if that's the pleasure of the board. But there's some, I'm totally open to what the president and board want me to do going forward once her contract is approved. That hasn't been determined, is what I'm saying. The last time President Gallagher and I talked about it, we just said it'd be August 18th, but,
It seems the easiest. as far
yeah,
as
it's the
transition
least
goes.
complicated, right?
Under ordinance, is there a vote on that, or how does that work, or is it just
A vote on,
a vote on her appointment into that role? Is that a
Yes.
vote on that?
yes.
There is a vote, one will,
Well, there's a contract that has to be approved by the president and board of trustees
there
to
is a contract.
to employer, yes.
When will that be? Is that, okay.
Well, yeah, we have to determine the terms, and we have to offer it to Ingrid, and
Okay,
there will
all right.
probably be negotiation going forward,
Okay.
so,
Okay, that was all I had. Anything else? Anybody else want to add anything, or? Okay.
thanks.
Thank you.
We are in executive session, so why don't we turn,
Yeah, can we do the litigation so
Yes.
then
Yeah.
we can get out of here? So
Yes.
you can have the room to yourself.
we need